Good evening, Vietnam. It's your gamer boy Skeleton Skull Crusher live here on YouTube. Here coming at you with an amazing racing game called Asphalt Legends Unite. This is only for Discord purposes, so I can, you know, stream for my online friends and family on Discord. But you all are welcome to watch the stream as well. And you know, I, you guys can comment and whatever and have fun. But again, like I said, this is only for streaming purposes only. But as further ado, please enjoy the show, and we will get started here momentarily. All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what we have for our potential daily goals, possibly. I don't know, because it was up. It said I had something new. Don't know if it's new or not, but we can look through our little thing, our little club here that we're in to see what's going on. Let's see. Nothing there. Okay. Nothing there and nothing there. Let's see. Season missions. Okay, nothing there. Okay, so let's go ahead and um. Oh my gosh! It says I have something new. Oh wait, there it is. Ha! I'm dumb. It was right there. And hold on. Let me. I saw a comment somewhere. No, I saw a comment. Oh, it'll probably back up later. So go to my profile. Let's see what it says for you. I got two new things. Claim reward. Claim. Let's see what I got. Claim. Right. I can't. Forgot I can't claim that. For some reason it won't let me. I do not understand why. Um, nope, not daily goals. Go down to profile. Go to for you. And then go to claim reward. Claim. Claim. And then So just to show off a little bit of some of the vehicles I have, let's go to my garage. I have the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. As you can see, it is 2 stars, and the ranking is 1026, aka 1026. Then we have my BMW Z4 LCI E89, and the rank is 1049, aka 1049. Ranks usually determine how fast the vehicle is. And because with most of the stuff that I have with each and every car, I tend to upgrade them and make them go fast. Yes, in the beginning, when you get the Mitsubishi in the game, it is kind of crappy and it is kind of slow. But it progressively gets faster the more you upgrade it and do each level. In order to do the multiplayer advances, like let's say for example, I want to play with my friend Silence or play with my friend Atomic. In order to do this, basically, you would have to have 20 or more flags in order to do the multiplayer. And what you would do is that if you want to play with each other online, what you do is that you can create a match. And as you can see, there's a room code at the bottom. You can give whoever you're playing with online, you can give them your room code, and they will show up on your platform. Same thing with them inviting you to a multiplayer game as well. They can send you it via PlayStation or any other thing, or they can just tell you their room code, and boom, you'll be in their particular room for the race. Now, also, if you want to play locally with IRL friends and IRL family, well, we'll get to the actually before we get to the IRL stuff with gaming. But same thing with here. Just saying, like I know I kind of skipped this part a little bit, but it's in order to join your friends or them joining you, they would have to click join match, and then they would have to enter the room code where it says above enter room code and all that other stuff because there's the instructions on the bottom. Anyway, moving back on to with IRL stuff if you want to play with IRL friends and or family. What you do is you go to split screen because you want to play local, and you set up the split screen mode for vehicles. Let's say D and or C because I have those particular two classes unlocked. Let's go with the D class. I click D class, right? And then I hit next. And then I choose, let's say, I choose a place I want to go. Let's say San Francisco, Scotland, the Himalayas, Let's say, for example, let's do the Caribbean islands. And below that map, you can see the tracks. You have the beach landing, pipe pressure, paradise resort, thundering start, so on and so forth, with all these other maps. And then, as you can see, the max for a certain number of laps on either track, you can choose 1 to 4 laps. 4 is usually the max laps, but the ones that I usually do when it comes to racing people, I usually do 3 laps. 3 is max for me because, well, it's not really max, it's minimum because that's a normal race, 3 laps and all that. But like I said, the max of doing a lap on a race is 4. But that's just that. So, anywho, that's how you play between local with IRL friends and family versus doing an online game with friends and family. There's also these two right here with the leagues, where you basically play both leagues, and like I did, I played in one of the leagues. I ended up in the Bronze League, so I am Bronze 4. That's where it says the Summer Rise warm-up rounds, so I'm in the World League of Bronze. And then I played the Legends Unite Party 1, and as you can see, Season Series Week 2, and my stats for that. Obviously, I'm not that good of a racer, but I consider myself a pretty experienced racer because I have played all the mobile versions of the game of Asphalt. So I'm pretty experienced and I know what I'm doing when it comes to racing. Back to our little home thing. As you can see, we have something new, so we might as well click that. And as you can see, the card packs are usually right here. And as you can see at the top, the little thing with the A that says that's blue, that's how many of the particular blue game credits I have in order to do something like this. But as you can see, I only have 45, and technically it costs 65. But every now and then, I get a free pack. So what I do is when I get a free pack, I click this, this pops up, and I click free. And as you can see, it says, congratulations, you've received these rewards. And then it gives you your rewards and your prizes. And then after that, it shows you how many hours until you get your next prize. Normally, 9 times out of 10, I get a free golden pack or a premium pack every now and then. But that's just random luck. I also have the battle pass for Asphalt Legends Unite. So I tend to possibly get the premium pack a little quicker than normal, but it's, again, very, very rare that this ever happens. But then you can see up here in the shop, there's a lot of stuff, including the United Bank or whatever, the Unit Bank, and right here. And then, again, you would have to have gems in order to get your next bank or whatever. For me, my bank, my tier 1 bank, I've already gotten. At the bottom, it's telling me where to race more and keep filling my unit bank in order to get that. But there's a lot of interesting things just as you scroll through the system and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and move on to our special events. Special events are here, and it tells you what you need to do and how you need to play. So last night I tried streaming with my special events mode, and I couldn't for some reason because Wi-Fi issues. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but let's just say it was kind of crappy for some reason. Again, don't know why, don't ask. So let's go ahead and move on to from where we left off from when I was playing last night, even though I didn't record it because it was crappy, so I had to delete the original stream to do that and so on and so forth. But what I guess I can do is play stage 1 for you guys so you guys can see what it's like on playing these little events. So let's go ahead and jump into that. And here's our little things on what we have to do. So this one I still need to do. I have to complete it. I have to do it 5 times. I gotta do it one more time. It says 3 jumps and 4 stunts. So that way I can fully complete this and get the blueprints for the Lamborghini. So let's go ahead and jump into this race now. Enjoy the show. Okay, I just want to say that was bad on my part. I kind of went too far and got a little too cocky on the jump and kind of went off map. As you can see that I went poof and I just went back on the map after it kind of restarted. But I came in 5th, not too bad. I could have done better. As you can see that my time is up top. It says your time. It says 1 minute and 1 second and 777 whatevers. Um, but now, as you can see, I have completed the task, and now the task is complete. Not only did I get the tokens, which are those, so they're blue tokens, I got that, but also I was able to get the Lamborghini for that thing, so I've completed that. So, now that's completed, we can move on to stage 2, which I've been working on for quite a bit. Um, as you can see, I already got one of the items completed. Now I have to complete, let's see, 1, 2, 3 more in order to finish this. Now, as you can see, it says doing 8 stunts, 3 perfect nitros, and use a 1-star car. Technically, I did have a 1-star car, but I upgraded it to 2-star. It's going on 3-star. That's most of my cars, technically, but that's going to be a bit of a challenge. And I mean, I can do the 8 stunts and the 3 nitros easily, but using a 1-star car, that's going to be a bit of a tough thing to do. I gotta see if I have. I don't have. I mean, I do, but it won't let me change to my 1-star car or 1-star vehicle since this is now a 2-star. It was a 1-star, but now with me upgrading it, it is a 1-star. So, um, so yeah, 1-star to 2-star, which I've been upgrading most of my cars in order to use to go against my friends and when we like race and all of that. So let's go ahead and jump into this race for stage 2. Remember, enjoy the show. Again, that was not my fault when that happened. I kind of drifted too far apart from the track and I just went kaput. But again, continue enjoying the show. Now, let me remind all of y'all, I have to do this multiple times on each level or each round or each stage of the special events. As you can see, I have 2 out of 4. That means I have to do it 2 more times in order to complete this, along with the others that I have as well. I have to do this one, beat race time 1 minute and 29, which basically is saying 1 minute and 30. I have to beat my race time, which is 1 minute and 30, do 3 jumps, and then use a 2-star car, which technically I'm using a 2-star car anyway, so that's no big deal. And then this last one basically says beat race time 1 minute and 26 seconds. And then it also says 360s in one go, so I have to do that twice. And then it says to use a 3-star car. As you can see, the 3-star car would be the Lamborghini. So let's again, have fun with it and do what we can. Now, as you can see, that's not too bad. I mean, I did come in sixth. I could have done better, like I did before. I did get a minute and 30 seconds. Not bad. I could do better, like I said. But, yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know. There's not much else to say because mostly right now, 9 times out of 10, I'm repeating most of the stuff I'm saying anyway. So, yeah. uh, I'm gonna pause this really quick for a second. Okay, and I'm back. Let's get started. And I wrecked badly once again. Well, again, not my best time. Still the same one, a minute and 30 seconds, and the extra 22 seconds with that. So, but with my time, I can do better than what I normally do when it comes to racing. I'm a little rusty when it comes to streaming, especially when I do a racing game like this. So, yeah. Oh, just to let everyone know too, realizing with the stream, I have one of my VR family members that is also um watching my stream and hearing my conversation. So Red, if you want, you can say hi if you like. That's if the audio picks up. Well, do you think you could go head to head with me in a race? Well, this is the latest, kind of quote unquote latest new one. It is the Legends. Hmm, I see. Well, as I mentioned before, when it comes to doing a multiplayer match, in a private match, you have to grind to get 20 or more flags. Let's see. There we go. Mm, let's do, and then, alright. And then let's do that. And then I have 7 left. So that should give me enough incentive to upgrade most of my cars when I can. So I still need to continue. I got 3 out of 4 for doing 8 stunts, perfect nitros, and then use the 1 star car. Again, I don't have the 1 star car yet, which is the Lamborghini. Most of my cars are 2 stars. Um, and when I'm playing on career mode, I do have a couple of 1 star cars, but that doesn't pertain to the special events. So let's see if I can do a little bit better than what I did uh, for that. Can't let these bitches get ahead of me and think that they're better than me. You should see me play against Atomic and Silence. It's crazy when it happens. Those guys are kind of throwing me off a little bit, so that's going to be a problem. fucker. Fuck you. Ow. I'm too strong for a little bit. It really, yeah, it really is to find, good people who will do things like lower rents and all this. Yeah, it's hard to find good people like that, especially with landlords who would do something that nice for you. I'm just trying to put some input. Jesus. To everyone who's watching, if y'all want to know who else is in the call that I'm in while I'm streaming, is my good friend Lotus, which who just left. Never mind. Anywho, let's go ahead and get this achievement done, which is I have to beat my race time a minute and 30 and do the get 3 jumps. And yeah, and then hopefully I can do it again. And then it says beat race time a minute and 26 seconds with 360 spins and one go. I have to do that twice and use it with a 3 star. Hopefully I can unlock the Lamborghini blueprint in order to get the Lamborghini. Alright, bitches, let's see what you can do. See if I can try to come in first this time and not fuck up. Oh, you fucker. Fuck you. Fuck. There we go. That's gonna be a huge fucking setback. Come on. 2 feet a minute and 30. Actually, no, I don't think I can. It's already getting close to a minute and 30, so never mind. Yeah, I did it. I'm 25th and once a fucking game. Fuck. Ugh. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Try this again. Never mind, I can't because I don't got enough. yeah, I don't got enough tickets to refill in order to do this. So that's gonna be a break at the moment. Made it up to stage 3, but I'm gonna take a break from that and do some campaign after I check my daily goals. Challenges. Perfect Nitro is 120 out of 120. And then Perfect Runs, 1500 out of 1500. Alright, let's go ahead and go to our career mode. Hit play. As you guys can see here, I have 250 flags, 253 flags out of 1918 flags. And I have 154 out of 827 collected. I already completed season 1, as you can see, with all of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you got the cars unlocked guaranteed, which I have all right here. And then along with season 2's been a bit of a struggle, especially with this one. I've been trying to get the Ferrari. For my rank recommended is 1349. Some of my cars are not that high of a rank in order to do this. Like for this one, I have to get the Shelby GT 350R, and I don't have the blueprints for it. So you could say I'm fucked with that, so I couldn't do that. Same thing goes for this one right here. My rank has to be 1425 in order to play this, and my Challenger SRT 8 is not a high rank because it's not fully upgraded yet. As you can see, I have to have startup blueprints to start to upgrade it more than what it is, so I can be able to use this to do this particular campaign race. My acceleration I can upgrade since I have the particular part for it. It is right here, so boom, and it says I can't do that, or maybe I can. Let's see. No, I can't. Never mind. So I have to save up enough in order to be able to use the part for what I have. So, um, can't play that until that's done. And then I already did this one, but also once I get enough for my ranking on my vehicle, I can be able to do this and then get this. And then get my final achievement, which is the blue tokens at the last end of the race. And then this one's been a bit of a struggle too. It says I have to be a minute and 55 seconds with a BMW i8 Roadster, and I don't have that unlocked yet. I've done 2 out of the 3 flags. Same with here. It says I have to be a minute and 37 seconds with the Venture Spitfire or Starfire or whatever the car is. And I've done win the race and did 1 knockdown. I've already done that, and my rank is pretty good on it, but I just don't have the vehicle in order to beat my 1 minute and 37 seconds. So that's kind of difficult. But I did get to do this one, which was beat a minute and 55 seconds with the DS Automobile DSE Tennessee. So I did that one, but I can't move on unless I get this one and this one done. So that's going to be pain in the ass to do. Because I don't have the right car. I think I mentioned this one. Yeah, I did mention this one. So moving on to this, which is also kind of a pain in the ass with this one, because I don't have the blueprints for this one. The rank recommended is 1432, so that's a bit of a pain in the ass as well. And what I can do is do this, but my recommended rank is 1444, and my vehicles aren't that high of a rank to do. It's kind of like it's at a low rank. I mean, I can do the race, but I'm going to be slow because I have to win the race and drift 874 yards in order to get both flags. And then you have this one, which I can win. Again, with each race, it has to deal with a certain, recommended rank for each challenge in each race. And my vehicles, I don't have the blueprints for them or the recommended rank for them. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass as well. And I can't move on to the next ones unless I get the recommended blueprints and or necessary rank in order to play it. So, what I will do is I will do the play, but I will do the first season and race some of the races for y'all, so y'all can get a feel of what this game is all about and how it's played and race. How the game is raced. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know how to race a racing game anyway. So, let's go ahead and start with Season 1, Part 1, with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races. But with these particular races, it's going to give me info on how to do it and all that. Technically, I already done all of Season 1, like I said from the beginning. I know how to do it, so it's going to be annoying for me to see it tell me what to do when I already know what to do in the first place. So, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's use my Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. As you can see, I kind of already have it customized a little bit, so yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. I already know how to do it. I don't need to be told what to do. I always do the finishing move on the last bit of the race, which is basically a 360 spin. So that's usually my specialty. So my race time for it is 38 seconds. So that's a good timing. And as you can see, my position reward and total credits that I get. Again, I have the battle pass. That's why it says 50% because it goes towards my battle pass, plus the crew that I'm in or that I joined. So yeah. Moving on to race 2. Again, with the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Here we go. Again, I already know how to race with the buttons and controls. Don't need to tell me. I guess it'd be more used for the viewers. But as you can see, actually, the reason why on most of the time I'm usually super good is because of the controls, and I have it on touch drive, and that's why it's showing what I have and what I have to do. I mean, I can do manual, but I'm good with manual, but I choose to do touch drive because I find it a little more fun than manual sometimes. I mean, every now and then I go between touch drive and manual, depending on my mood. Right now, I'm doing touch drive so I could show y'all how this whole game works, even though y'all technically already know how to particularly drive and all this other stuff. And with the touch drive, as you can see, it shows the controls and the buttons on what to press and so on and so forth. Even showed in the beginning of the quote-unquote tutorial when you first start the game. So, let's go ahead and continue. Yes, Red, you could say I'm a bit of a quote-unquote teacher of the game, a little bit. So as you can see, I got 43 seconds. Again, not bad because not only did I upgrade my cars, but I get faster every time and get less time compared to any other game from the beginning. So let's go ahead and move on for our next one, even though now it shows my credits. I have 360 credits for my position reward, total credits 540, and another 50% for my battle pass that I have. So, moving on to race 3. Again, using my Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. We will use the second car for the second part of Season 1. As you can see, the racing goal is finish in 3rd or better. These flags are particular goals on what you do, whether you come in, like I said, the 3rd or higher. So, yeah. Now, moving on to the final 3 races, and we will move on to part 2 of Season 1. As you can see, it gives instructions, as you can see right here in the corner. It's telling you how to use it, so that's only if you're in touch drive and all that. But again, I tend to bounce between touch drive and manual play. But since it's only for teaching purposes, I am using touch drive for teaching purposes only. Alright, moving on to race 5, and then after race 5, we'll be moving on to race 6, and then we will do part 2 of Season 1 for our next vehicle. Just so everyone is clear and everyone is aware, I'm hoping you guys are paying attention to the instructions in the corners that this gives you as I'm teaching on how to play Asphalt Legends Unite. Alright, final race, and then we'll move on to part 2 of Season 1. Just so also everyone is aware, you also get quote-unquote points for skills as well when it comes to doing tricks and jumps. Now, as y'all may have noticed, I didn't do my 360 spin on this last one, which I tried to do, but I already crossed the finish line. But seeing my time here is 1 minute and 35. I could do better with any other race, but since we did this last race, we will be moving on to part 2 of Season 1. And yes, we will be going through this full season so that everyone can learn and get a good grip on the new Asphalt Legends Unite video game. So, moving on to part 2. And then race 1. And as you can see, I have the Chevrolet Camelot LT, the Dodge Challenger, SRT8, and the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 50th edition, along with my Dodge Challenger 392 Hemi scatter pack. I also will mention later on with the Blue Beetle vehicle, which I should have shown in my garage. I do have the Blue Beetle car. It's not called the Blue Beetle, but it's the Nimco Neon Edition. I'll show what that looks like before we go on to part 2 of Season 1 really quick. So let's go ahead and go over to my garage. So this is the Nissan 370Z Nimso. This is what it looks like. But there's the neon edition, which I call the Blue Beetle. because it literally looks like the Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle is right over here. This is the Nissan 370Z Neon Edition, but again, I call it the Blue Beetle. Let's go ahead and actually take a quick look with the 360 look of the vehicle and how beautiful this car looks. I know I'm going a little fast, but I'm trying to go slow so y'all can get a good picture of what this car looks like. As mentioned before, like I said, this car literally looks like the Blue Beetle. And to be honest, it is sick as fuck. Get a little top on the angle here. A little from the back. I know I'm going a little fast, kind of. Give you all a little bit of the perspective so we can be able to move on to Season 1, Part 2. To be honest, y'all can't tell me this car looks sexy as fuck. Like, this is a very, very pretty blue. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I wish I had this car in real life. Like, the things I would do with this car. So, anyway, moving on to season 1 part 2. So let me just actually refresh and reinstate my energy on my Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution really quick. And then, so then now we move on to Season 1, Part 2. And Race 1. And we are going to use the Chevrolet Camelot LT for this race. Let me redo the energy on this real quick, and so we can have a good teaching lesson. Again, I am using touch drive because it's only for teaching purposes only. As you can see, my time is 30 seconds. Well, technically 29, but if you round that up, it's 30 seconds. So, good timing on that. But as you can see, the more races I do, the more credits, position credits, and racing credits I get for each race. moving on to race 2. And then we'll move on to part 3, and then we will stop at part 3 of season 1, and then we will continue. So we are going to go ahead and move on to race 2 with the Chevrolet Camaro LT. I'm going to pause this lesson really quick. I got to see what time it is. Give me a second, and I will get back with the lesson in just a minute. So I just checked in with my Echo Dot, asked what time it was, and it is 2:47 p.m. So we're going to go ahead and try to speed run this and get through not just with this lesson with season 1 part 2, but we will also possibly speed run season 1 part 3 of Asphalt Legends Unite. So hopefully everyone can particularly keep up with me speedrunning some of the stuff, because I am going to possibly be letting the dogs out here shortly. Possibly, if the rain dies down, where I can let them out, I might have to let them out between 4 or 5, but we'll see what happens when the rain dies down. So let's go ahead and continue with this lesson. Now, as you can see, some of the other racers are trying to get ahead of me, and I am not letting them due to my speed and me slamming into them, because that's the whole point of the game. You can't let other racers get ahead of you and try to pass you. Your goal is basically trying to be in first. But with the game, it's whole part of the process of when it comes to any Asphalt Legends game when playing. Now, my time here at the top, it says 1 minute and 28 seconds. Like I said before, with any other race, I could do better, but again, this is more for teaching purposes than what it's intended for. Again, with my position reward has gone up to 780, with the total credits to 1170, and again, with the battle pass I have, it's plus 50%. The battle pass is pretty cheap if you get it. It's like $5 or so. But if you want to do a higher battle pass, I think it's more expensive. I mean, it all depends on what you want to buy and what you want to get, if you want to get the battle pass or not. Alright, we did race 1 and race 2. Moving on to race 3. Here we go. Again, still using the same car for every race until we get to season 1 part 3, and then we will stop there. We will wrap up there, and we will do a part 2 or so with the whole session of the game. So let's continue to, take notes and enjoy the rest of the stream. And if you feel like you might have missed something somewhere, feel free to play the video back or play the stream back after the stream is over, and you can jot down the notes that you might have possibly missed throughout the stream. As you can see, actually, forgot to mention this particular race. This one is more of an escape kind of race where basically you're racing head-to-head with this other racer, and it involves with cops chasing you. So you could say, in a way, it's a little bit of GTA if you think about it, because there is cops on here, and these cops are meant to potentially slow you down because you're like an extra obstacle. So what you have to do is try to not just avoid them, but you can slam into them to progress further in the race. And as you can see, I am potentially getting slammed by these other cops. And honestly, these cops have nothing on me because obviously I'm the best racer. Well, minus using the touch drive, because again, using the touch drive is only for intended teaching purposes only. Now again, my time kind of gotten a little bit higher. It's 1 minute and 4 seconds. Like I keep saying, I could do better, but this is only for teaching purposes only. Alright, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more races after race 4. Again, same car. Just in case you're new to this. Or like if you're new to the stream. That's what I mean by if you're new. So win the race and do 1 shockwave. I've already done this, but it will be, greatly prohibited or intended or whatever you want to call it when it comes to racing. Now, from here, I'm gonna kind of mute myself a little bit, so that way I don't have to explain too much and y'all can just enjoy the rest of the race until we get to part 3 of season 1. So, as of the very beginning, enjoy the rest of the race, and remember to take notes. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section for the live stream, and I will try my best to answer your questions, comments, and or concerns about the lesson and or racing itself.